Hi, my name is Zoe. I am the Tipsy Psychic, and today I'm going to talk about the compatibility between a Gemini, Cancer, Cusp, and a Libra. You both are worry warts, and you need to try to chillax. No one likes a worry wart, okay? No one. Like, not everything is that serious. So lighten up. Your relationship needs a path to travel on. And that is what you both end up doing most of the time. You have a very powerful and unique connection with a Libra. In fact, it is so powerful and so special that it doesn't need to be maintained every day. You could meet a couple of days later and the magic still doesn't fade. You believe in each other and you have each other's back. Learn to forgive and forget. You can't hold things over their head. Let it go. Harboring resentment isn't smart, okay? You always have so much going on and you know how to keep busy, but you need to make time for your Libra. They need some of your precious time. Don't just tell them you love them. Show them you love them. Words of affection may not be as powerful as gestures. You know, actions speak louder than words. And you gotta make it very clear that you care. Now, while a Gemini may not care as much about stability, your Cancer side still needs some predictability and it needs some compassion. Your Libra may lack those characteristics, and that may not be great for your love life. In those cases, it may be best to just keep things platonic because friendships usually work out well. You and your Libra may feel very on edge much of the time because you have this way of being more laid back, but your Libra has this habit of being a little more stressed. And this can result in you both feeling more anxious. Your Libra has this tendency to create drama in their life. They may try to deny it, but it is not uncommon for a Libra to create their own tension. This can cause them to feel very stressed out. When you're just trying to chill out and have a good time, you know, relax, and they bring that stress your way, it can really affect the relationship. You need a sense of purpose to truly work. It happens when you both share a philosophy and you live by it, or you're both part of a faith. It could mean you both practice a similar faith, or that you're both into veganism and you stand for it, you know? Or that you're both minimalist and you like to live with less, like a less is more kind of lifestyle. These kinds of ideals are what strengthens your relationship, and they give you something to strive for. Even though you both live your lives quite differently, these shared values help you find love with each other. Sometimes it's the little things that makes your romance so magical. It is more likely that the Libra will try to show you how much they care by doing little things throughout the day. You may not even realize that. So if you're complaining about why they haven't tried to serenade you yet, or buy you expensive jewelry or something, make sure you take a look at the small ways that they show you they care about you throughout the day, every single day. Libra isn't going to be the one to like hold you accountable. If you're looking for a partner who is going to inspire you and give you pep talks, then Libra may disappoint you. But this is also the perfect opportunity to hold yourself accountable. You have what it takes to be super successful and productive. Don't try to rely on your Libra to push you. You need to rely on yourself. You're wasting your time trying to rely on your Libra to help you with your projects. That is not their role. You also need to decide like how much you are actually willing to tolerate from your Libra. Like I said, they can create their own anxieties, and you don't have to take it. Do not let a Libra walk all over you. Libra is perfectly capable of being caring and sympathetic, but you have to realize that just because you expect to see that side from them doesn't mean that they are going to show it. Once you see how sweet they can be, it will be easy to forget that they are still very unpredictable. And it'll be like, whoa, like, whoa, when they actually show that side of themselves. Like, you know that they're capable of being these really sweet, understanding people, but then for some reason they just don't show that side of themselves when you think that they will. So for example, you might be waiting for them to be super nice and understanding, but they might choose to not let that side come out. Many other signs are pretty predictable when it comes to how they show their kindness. You know, they're pretty consistent about it. And Libra is just this wild card. But you're like Xanax to a Libra. You have this incredible power to help them calm down. You both might follow a guru or a coach or even a teacher of some kind and bond over that. Your Libra is probably more outgoing than you in social settings. Even on social media, they might share a lot more than you or friend more people than you, even if they don't know those people very well personally. You're naturally more someone who likes to keep things to themselves more, especially when it comes to being public about something. This most of the time doesn't cause tension in this relationship. Even if you think it's the kind of thing that would cause tension, it actually usually doesn't. Try to be more open-minded if you can. Your relationship kind of swings back and forth from these states of excitement to stagnation to excitement to stagnation. And you kind of need to find this middle ground in order for this to work well. You need to allow your Libra to do their own thing too. Libras deal and process with feelings a lot quicker than you do, even the really rough ones. So if you have this fight with your Libra and you're super distraught about it the next day and your Libra doesn't seem bothered at all, you just kind of gotta accept that they just got over it before you did. And they don't hold on to emotional stuff the way you do. It doesn't mean that they didn't feel it. They just move forward more quickly. You might have all this resentment and they're already over it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Libras don't get touchy. In fact, one little expression on your face can trigger them. They can go crazy just by interpreting that one way that your face looked in one moment. Like, you can make one little side comment or smile the wrong way and suddenly they're triggered and they start to freak out. It's really common for you to meet your Libra at school or while taking a class, maybe, or while in college. In fact, that would be a really good date idea, taking a class together or joining a program. Remember, you can't just talk about the things you want to do or learn. You must go for it. Actually show them what you're feeling. Avoid being judgmental. It won't do your love life any good. You both might enjoy seeing a sports game together. Maybe a good date idea. Now, while Libra is super sensitive and overreacts, let's be real about it, they overreact a lot. You can also be very sensitive and you need to not let things get to you as much. Don't take things so personally. You may feel like your Libra simply asks too much of you. They can be very high maintenance sometimes, especially if you are more emotional. That Cancer side can make this combo feel like a lot. When you get married and move in together, making your home look aesthetically pleasing and pretty can be very important to this pair. You both like making a good impression. You both like looking good, and how people perceive you both can really be important to this couple. When you get married, you might enjoy cooking together, or you might like to explore new restaurants. Taste is important, whether it be aesthetically or deliciously. You both might really enjoy psychic readings. In fact, it's not uncommon for you to actually give psychic readings. When guests come over, you might like to put on a show. Pay attention to one another's feelings. You might both enjoy exploring historical sites or learning about history together. Go to an exhibition for date night. You don't usually rush into a relationship with each other. Your relationship happens over time, mostly. You may take time to fall in love with each other, but it blossoms into a very powerful match. And maybe even your happily ever after. Just because it's not like love at first sight, or you're not head over heels in love with each other when you first meet, does not mean that what you have isn't meant to be awesome and beautiful and wonderful and special. In fact, it can be incredibly romantic. It's mature and loving. And as your story unfolds, so does the romance. If that's how things are going, then it's a very good sign. But if you have rushed into things, then this will probably not go your way, because that's not the way the energy of this love is supposed to go, basically. So if you're just trying to rush into it and force it into happening the way you want it to, it's not gonna work. This relationship has a natural course that it takes. You can't force it to work a certain way. It won't let you. It is still likely that you meet as total strangers when you do. Sometimes a friend or family member might bring you together, but it's usually the old-fashioned way. And it works the best when you aren't using dating apps or OkCupid or, websites like Match.com. I don't know. It's best when you meet the old-fashioned way, when you're not looking for each other. In romantic relationships, you both are deeply tuned in to one another. It's very empathic. You both love to eat, and that actually is something that you enjoy doing with each other a lot. Food, food, food. If you both have desk jobs and you're sitting all day and you're not really active, then you know what? This can cause a lot of problems for this couple. It can cause you both to live in a very unhealthy way. It's sort of uncommon for this couple to sort of let themselves go. They're so used to eating, eating food is a big thing, pleasure, right? And so if you're not accustomed to that lifestyle, you can develop a lot of unhealthy habits, basically. You make a very influential couple, and you would have a blast with a Libra. Keeping things casual may be a really good idea too. You probably would like seeing concerts together for date nights. Your hobbies can vary tremendously. It's not just one type of activity that you like. They can be all over, across the board, You both would probably enjoy the beach or swimming in the ocean together. Your Libra might feel like you are neglecting them. They can be very demanding of you. They can say very hurtful things to you, and you can take things to heart really easily. This is a really common thing you might fight about. They need more of your affection and they lash out, and then you feel super emotional and hurt at their words. They know what to say to make it sting the most. If you put a lot of emphasis on that philosophy that you share, and less on each other, then it will be a lot easier to deal with unhealthy behavior, because you enable each other sometimes. Libra is really interesting because they're always on the lookout for a certain type of partner, but they rarely settle for someone who has those ideal characteristics that they think that they want. They often end up with someone like you. Someone who isn't just going to take care of them and be more of a protector. You also need them too. You both need each other, and this is much better for a Libra. Even if you don't check off their boxes, you are even better for them. Marriages happen a lot, but they may not be the best idea because you may be too sensitive for a Libra. They may lash out at you over time and get very restless with your feelings. It will be a good idea to take evening strolls with each other and take walks in the park or go hiking. Hiking is actually really good for this couple, especially if you're both foodies. Starting a collection would be a good idea to do as a couple. You would enjoy doing that with a Libra. In the beginning of falling in love, sex would be extremely passionate and exciting. It doesn't mean that it will extinguish, but it will definitely cool down over the years. But it doesn't mean you won't have sex. You just won't be as sexually driven as a unit. Stay active. Join a gym. Go to the beach. Treat your body with kindness and take good care of your health. When things are good, They are amazing. Libra probably won't experience the highs they feel with you with anyone else in their life. If y'all break up, then it is very unlikely that you'll find someone else with that kind of connection. Speaking of breakups, if you both do decide to break up, and part ways, then you have to do it in a very mature way, or it will prolong the pain even more. You must be as respectful as you can towards each other. I don't care how heartbroken you are, you have to be respectful or you will not have the closure you need to move on. And that is not a cool feeling when you don't have closure. So avoid this. Avoid this by being adults and being respectful as you possibly can, being mature about your decision to end your relationship, and don't leave it open-ended. Don't make it super crazy or emotional or devastating. No, you can do this. You need that closure. Don't kid yourself into thinking you don't need that closure. You need it. You care about the way things look, and you have an eye for beauty. If you're friends with a Libra, you often bond over like one hobby, something that you share in common. If the spark dies out, then it usually means it's over, and you can't just get it back. And after a breakup, being friends again is usually out of the question. You can both be pretty possessive of each other, but your connection is natural. It may feel like you're both blissfully ignorant sometimes, but you still show each other gratitude. Your Libra will probably be someone who brings more people into your life. You lean on each other and you embrace your differences. Sometimes you can both be inconsiderate. Most of the time you're just being chill. As friends, you often meet in grade school or college. Your love can get on your nerves, but that's because you're emotional and you tend to overreact with your Libra. Stressful can be a really good way to label the down moments, but you are the Xanax that your Libra needs, and so that really helps. Together, you both like to consume things, especially food, but you also can adapt. You adapt to one another's needs. It can feel a little hazy sometimes, like you're wearing love goggles. You both are very curious and you ask questions. You may feel lazy when you hang out together, but when you have a path to go, you just need to follow it, and things will be fine. Just follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow. When you do follow the yellow brick road, only amazing things await your love life. So, wink, do it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are a Libra or a Gemini, Cancer, Cusp, then please comment below. Let me know what your story is. Do you believe in this? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I want to know in the comment section below. That rhymes. Subscribe to my channel. Farewell.